Yes, sir. Breakfast coming right up, sir.
Oh! Watch out where you're projecting with that deadly utensil.
Oh, go long. You ain't grievously discommoded.
But that's all right. You might have punctured my white folks.
You and your white folks looks more like a couple of tramps to me, boy.
Listen here. I was as good a hustler as you is, and this gentleman here is the best jockey since Jonah ride the whale.
He look like he more used to riding freight trains.
Here, you fellas get busy. It's 7 o'clock and half of the morning's over. You're always on hand when the table is set. When there's any work to be done, you're as scarce as snakes in Ireland. Now that goes for you. Get to work.
Yes, Mr. Dunn,
That's my boy. And what he don't like most is tramps hoteling with his racehorses.
Come on, Ham, let's ask him for a job.
Mr. Riley.
Mr. Donovan.
Stand aside and let me pass.
Give it a bit. Sir O'Reilly always goes first.
Not before Donovan.
You're on the wrong side.
It's the right side for me, being left-handed.
Oh, sure. For 20 years I've been wondering why you always put the cart before the horse.
Stand aside.
Now, Mr. Donovan, don't make yourself ridiculous.
What's the matter, gentlemen? Stuck? Come on, Ham. Would either of you gentlemen like to hire a couple of first-class boys?
Well, good day to you, Mr. Donovan.
Shatter.
I sure wish I was a horse.
Yeah, that would taste great if you were a horse.
What? Say, I wouldn't cut no truck with that grass was our horse. Me, I'd be a racehorse with a belly full of oats and bran mash.
Yeah, and me a-riding in the big sweepstakes.
All hopped up with a jolt of gin or ran to go.
Now we're at the barrier.
I'd feel better was we had breakfast.
We're off to a flying start.
Yeah, and me a-cutting into the big white rail.
Now we're at the quarter. Take it easy.
Today's my day. Look at me run.
Come on. Now we got the inside track down the back field.
Heels a pound at my tail, but what I care. Today is my day.
They're coming up on us. I'm giving you the whip.
Don't need it. Don't feel no whip. I was a long-legged jackrabbit running racing fool.
Come on. Come on. Now we're in the stretch.
I was giving you all I got, Todd. Lordy, help me to give more.
Come on, Ham. Come on.
I was flying.
Come on. Fight that chestnut. Lead that mare. Come on, Ham. Come on. Come on. We win.
Listen to that crowd, Todd. Listen to that crowd. Are they cheering us?
Sure they're cheering us. Naturally. We're the favorites.
Lordy, why didn't you make me a horse?
Hello.
Come on, Todd. Let's go.
What are you boys doing here?
Well, we're going to go to work here.
Work for who?
Well, we haven't had any offers yet, but give us time. We just got in.
Oh. What's that under there?
Where?
Right there. What have you got inside that coat?
Well, that's just me, that's all.
Oh, is that so? Where'd you steal that chicken?
What chicken?
That chicken.
Oh, that's no chicken, boss. That's a disease.
Oh, is that so?
No, really, that's a disease. You see, it's sort of like being humpbacked, only in front. Some people call it pigeon-breasted.
Well, I swan. Does look like a humpback turned around. Is it good
Oh,
luck?
don't touch it. No, that's bad luck.
Yes, sir. Terrible bad luck.
But a humpback's supposed to be good luck. Say, if that's like a humpback, why ain't it good luck?
Well, 'cause you see, it's turned around.
Funny, the darn thing keeps moving. Can't you control it?
No, sir. I sure does wish I could control it.
Can't you take your hands off it?
No, sir. Once I take my hand off, it'd blow up right in your face.
What'd you call it? Speak up, boy. What'd you call it?
Rooster breasted.
Rooster breast. Let me see. Why, look.
Me first this time. Well, go ahead. What's stopping you? Why don't you go through then? What's the matter with you?
Hey, thought you'd give me the slip, did you?
Please don't take him along, mister. He ain't done nothing.
Nothing, eh? How about aiding, abetting, and accessing of petty larceny?
Huh? Why, Todd's so young he ain't had time to do all that.
Oh, sure. What have the boys been up to?
Why, these young smart alecks are chicken thieves, Mr. Riley.
Was just me, mister. Why, Todd never even suspect I lift that old rooster.
Oh, please don't blame him. He couldn't help it. He's hungrier than I am.
Oh, sure. 'Tis hungry the lads are. Well, now, just turn them over to me and I'll feed them. And I'll give them jobs. I'll not only give them work, but wages. You better come with me. With me. With me. With me. With me. With me. With me.
I'm sorry, sir, but this gentleman spoke for us first.
Well, you see, Mr. Donovan, when it comes to choosing between you and me, ho-ho. Well, I didn't want them anyway. They're only a couple of worthless tramps. And I hope they bring nothing but bad cess to you. Sure, and I don't want them either.
Well, then I'll take them to jail.
Oh, please. We'll work hard. I'm a good jockey, honest I am. Please give us a chance.
Well, all right. But may the banshees get you. If you ever give that fella Donovan a chance to get the laugh on me, come along with me. I'll take a chance on you.
Say, Jock, you better jump a little faster than that to take 3 pumpkins off today.
Hey, fellas, come here, I'll tell you a story.
What is it?
Say, did you ever hear the story about the king and the queen that took a walk in the stable?
No.
What's the king say about it? Well, about the queen. Hello, fellas.
Well, how do you do?
I'm Todd Taylor.
Just fresh from the country, huh? Well, welcome to our city.
Hey, what's the idea, you big bully? Hit him now. Fuck him again, now, boy. Hit him with the alligator. Watch yourself out. Plug him out. Hit him on it. Hit him with the alligator. Watch yourself out. Plug him out. Hit him on it. Doggy, man. Oh, boy, Al. Give another one like that. Fuck him, Al. Come on, Al. Let him.
Come on in here, you boys. Your bills are ready.
You can't go in like that. Dad would just know you'd been fighting. Come on, we'll wash it off. Give me your handkerchief.
I reckon I lost it. Well, that's too nice. You'll ruin it.
I don't mind. Oh, does it hurt?
No. What's your name?
Irene!
Please, Mr. Riley, I'm tired of roast beef. Can I have some fish?
Well, now, that's too bad. Well, since you're so tired of roast beef, you'll just pass up the meat course entirely. And while I'm on the subject of your weight, you might pass your pie to the new buy. I said pass your pie to the new buy. You know, to the victor goes the spoils. And in the future, just remember I got eyes in the back of me head. Pass that down there. And don't let me catch any more of yours fighting again.
Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
Nice day, Mr. Riley.
Oh, is it? Well, when I want your opinion of the weather, I'll be after asking you for it. Now get out there on the track and show me, can you judge a horse's pace as well as you can the weather? Oh, and he better be good, or I'll never hear the last of it from Donovan. Bad cess to him.
Father, you shouldn't hate Mr. Donovan.
Me? Hate him? Oh, sure, I'd be the first one to help Donovan should he break his leg. Which I hope he does.
He doesn't hate you, Father.
Oh, darling. His hatred of me extends to the very ground that I spit on.
Why don't you try being friends with him?
Faith, 'tis an idea.
Then you will try being nice to him.
Yes. 'Twill give the shanty-bred gully jumper a chance to show his ignorance. Mr. Donovan.
Mr. Riley.
'Tis a fine-looking beast you have there.
What? Is it compliment you are a horse of my training?
Sure, and why should I hold your training against the horse?
It's kidding me you are, Mr. Riley.
'Tis complimenting you I am.
Well, now, do you know, I can hardly believe it. Let me tell you, you have a very promising-looking colt there yourself.
Oh, well, 'tis as good as the best of any stable.
Do you mean the best of any of my stable?
Mr. Donovan, I couldn't be after slandering me own horse. Better than the best of any in your stable.
And that you lie.
You lie yourself, and I'll be proving it here by racing my colt again your horse.
Father, please.
You see, darling, he's afraid. Sure, that's what you'd expect of an ungentlemanly, ill-bred, ill-mannered old Amadon.
That's enough of your wind. What does your money say?
Hey, golly, I'll bet you $100 on me green colt against the best of anything you've got in your stable.
You're on.
Hey, Todd, bring the colt down here about to the three-quarter pole. Sure, we're going to have a bit of a race.
Jimmy, bring down Daniel O'Connell right now. Who'll hold the stakes?
Sure, I wouldn't trust you to hold your breath. Me daughter hold the stakes.
Well, let her hold him. I'll get him anyhow.
Come on, Reckless. Come on, Reckless.
Come on, Todd. Come on, Todd.
Here, let me have a look through them things here.
You made them cheaters.
Sure they'd be cheaters if they belong to ye.
David!
Sure, what did I tell you? The best of any stable. Oh. Your good work, lad. That is the last laugh that counts, Mr. Donovan.
Be sure and call up the Salvation Army and tell them you won't need your usual basket this Saturday, Mr. Riley.
Oh, you darling. Oh, Todd, isn't he wonderful?
Yes, he's a good colt. But did you see me fool Donovan's boy? Did you see me make him ride the race my way?
Yes. I'm so glad you made good.
Are you?
Yes. I was pulling for you.
Honestly. Were you?
Of course. I knew the horse could win, but I was afraid you might lose.
Oh. Well, how'd you like my ride, sir?
How did I like your ride? Sure, what could ye do with your ride without my horse? Now, you listen to me, young felly. It's horses that win races and not lads. Sure, if it wasn't for having to carry a lot of swell-headed monkeys like yourself, every horse in the stable would be winning every race. Maybe I exaggerate a little bit, perhaps only half the races. You made a very good ride, and you got the makings of a jockey in you. That is, with my training. Now, don't forget that. All right, bring him along to the stall. I want to have a look at that leg, see how he stood the run. Look up there.
Never mind, Todd. You made good. Don't you forget, boy. Payday am coming soon.
You riding boys is supposed to refine yourself in the living room, sir.
I know that, but the mirror's in here.
Vain rooster. The painkiller bottle's almost empty. Painkiller, you better sure get this misery out of my kidneys.
I was very sorry, ma'am, to hear that you was enjoying poor health.
You just take a seat, doll, and I'll go tell the boss that the gentleman's here.
I was no gentleman. I was him.
Lord, boy, just look at you. Boy, do you know you was plenty fitting? You's got on everything. Did you know, Lord, boy, you was dressed up. Do you know this is all woolen? Oh, turn down here, let me see you. Boy, you was dressed up. Well, come here, let us have this dance.
Wait a minute. Remember your kidney misery.
Oh, the painkiller done took that all out, boy. Come on here.
Remember your religion.
Religion? Say, the devil took possession of my feet and I was going to dance. Come on here. Come on, stay.
Keep your back claws off of me, woman. I got enough sins on my conscience now without adding you.
Who's you to lessen my sins? You go out in the kitchen and get that garbage can and tote it out to the wagon.
I got no business messing around no garbage can as dressed up as I is.
Oh, is that so? Look at here, boy. You go out there in the kitchen and get that garbage can and carry it out to the wagon. or you'll be in the same receptacle yourself.
I didn't say nothing.
Little old uppy stable rat. Just as soon as he gets all dressed up, he gets uppish, just like the white folks.
Hello?
Hello.
Say, who is you?
I's Miss Purple Washington.
My. I's Ham Tulliver. Me and my white folks is members of this here racing horse establishment.
Who is your white folks?
Mr. Todd Taylor, the greatest jockey what is. Him and me is pals.
Can you get me in the racetrack?
Could I get you in? Say, could Daniel get you in the lion's den?
What, you talk like you own the track.
And even if I couldn't get you in, my pal Todd Taylor can, and I don't mean perhaps.
He must be some grand pal to have.
Mm-hmm. You go and meet him some of these days, and then you go and say he's just too grand for this earth.
Ham?
You see, we's getting ready for the big race, and,
Ham! You better come in here and help me wash these dishes. Ham! You don't answer me, I'll make you the ham honey.
Dishes? Looky here, I thought you said you was racetrack folks.
Sure, that lady must be calling some other ham what got the same name.
Well, if I was the ham she was calling, I sure would go on in that house, 'cause that woman talks like she means business.
It's the truth. Well, maybe I better locate that ham what she's looking for, and see that he does them dishes.
Yeah, maybe you better have.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Mm-hmm. Anytime suits me.
Now, ain't that something?
Bye.
Bye.
Have a piece?
I wouldn't dare break training.
I bet you'd take a piece if I asked you to. You wouldn't refuse me, would you, Todd? You did break training.
Only because you asked me to. I'd do anything for you.
Why? Because I'm good to you?
No, because I like you.
Do you, Todd?
Colleen.
I'm going home again, where the cotton blossoms grows, where that dear old Swanee flows. I'm going home again. Oh, I saw that old plantation when I heard that little bird's refrain. So I telegraphed my mammy, said I'd be on that next train. Toot that whistle, ring that bell, make that engine go like... I'm going home, I'm going home, I'm going home again. Heard the little whippoorwill, now I'm acting like a pill. I'm going home again, where the cotton blossom grows, where that dear old Swanee flows. I'm going home again. Oh, I saw that old plantation when I heard that little bird's refrain. telegraph my mammy that I'd be on that next train. And make that engine real fast, make that engine go like this. I'm going home, I'm going home. He's going home again.
I'm diggity dog. Boy, that's what I call singing.
Yeah, we're going to sing. I don't know anything else much but that.
Howdy, Miss Colleen. Howdy, Todd. Why don't you all get off of them horses and try some of these victuals?
Thank you, Ham. I believe I will.
Yes, I'm hungry, too. That's it, partner. I bet you, Todd, ain't been real hungry since that first morning we went to work for your pa. No, sir. Say, Saccharine, you should have some of them victuals for our white folks. That's all right. I'll hold these horses.
Sunday picnic. It might as well be Wednesday. I only wish that I was back home in my own kitchen. I'd have wood in the box and water in the tap, and out here, tain't nothing but catch and carry and fetch it, getting misery all in my kidneys.
Thanks.
Enjoying your Sunday picnic, Saccharine?
Missy, if I takes to my bed all next week, you just knows that I's recuperating up from my day of rest.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's go over there and sit down.
Come on, fellas, and let's sing another song.
Sing that song about Mississippi.
Oh, come on, man. I don't feel like singing Bob.
Why don't you boys sing Old Black Joe for me?
When my heart was young and gay, all my friends from the cotton fields away, gone from the earth to a better land I know. I hear their tears of voices.
What you crying for? 'Cause I'm happy. Oh! Why didn't you tell me my chicken's burning?
Now you can look. Well, now you got your wish.
I didn't wish anything of the kind.
Oh, come on. Own up.
You're entirely too conceited.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You're not angry with me, honey.
But you're so sure of things.
Say, when I ride 'em, they win. And after a couple more races, I'm going to put something right there, something that'll make people say, see that girl with the big diamond ring? She's engaged to Todd Taylor.
Engaged?
Yeah, we're going to be engaged.
How do you know I'll say yes?
How do you know I'll ask you? You're not really mad at me, are you?
Of course not.
Well, then everything's all right, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Howdy, Todd. That sure is a grand new suit you got draped on you, boy.
Where's your manners? It's about time you earned some respect for your betters. I'm Mr. Taylor to the likes of you, and don't forget it.
You hear that, boy? We's coming up in the world, Todd and me. We's misters to the likes of you, thereof and hereafter.
Say, look here, where you get that wee stuff?
Listen here, big boy. I wouldn't demean myself to argufy with you. I was pressed for time to embrace my romantic opportunities. E pluribus unum.
Well, you still looks like nothing to me, boy.
Pardon me. Is this yours?
Why, yes. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Why, my name is Marjorie Wilson. You're wondering how I knew you. Well, I've seen you win often enough.
Yeah, when I ride 'em, they win.
Oh, you said something. Say, give me a good horse for tomorrow.
Why, bet on me and Reckless. He's a good colt.
Can I take a look at him?
Sure. I'll take you back to the stables now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, looky, Purple. Here comes my pal, Todd.
Right over here's the horse I was
Oh,
telling you.
Todd. Meet my girl friend, Miss Purple Rusty.
What did you call me? I'm Mr. Taylor to you, and the next time you speak to me, don't forget it. Right over here's the horse I was telling you.
He was only playing.
I'd rather not have met him.
That's all right. Never was like that before. I reckon he didn't see me.
Well, he looked right at you.
Did he?
Sure he did.
Gee, I'd just love to get on him.
Okay.
You don't really mean it.
Sure.
Gee, he's a high horse. Haven't you got a step ladder?
No, but I'll help you.
Thanks. Well, I'm as good a jockey as you are now.
How's that?
Well, aren't I riding the winner?
Let's give her a ride.
Come on, Dad, you're getting slow.
Kind of got him sewed up, Todd.
Thanks.
Oh, sure. I have no chance at all against trickery like that. Go on, I'll give you the game. You lads that are so smart, go on there, see what you can do among yourselves.
Well, I guess I'd better say goodnight.
But it's only 8:30.
Well, I gotta make the big ride tomorrow, you know.
Ah, sure, that's right, lad. Run along to bed, would you, and a fine night's sleep to you.
Good night.
Good night. And a fine lad he is, too. Sure, I'm going to run along down to McDougal's, darling, to see has he got that no tack ready for me. Sure, I'll only be a little while. I'll be right back.
All right, Dad. Oh, Sam, fix us a drink, will you, please? Hello, Helen. Hello, Margaret. Hello. Meet Mr. Todd Taylor. Not the Mr. Taylor. Why, yes. Sure, that's him.
Not so good.
Well, I've only got a pair of tins.
King's boys.
All is rolling. Yes. Hey, what you think? You had it over there.
Well, happy days.
And nice.
What's your best, gentlemen?
17 in the black.
Black, man.
What do you think?
Take your best, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, let's play the wheel. It's loads of fun.
All right.
Oh, hello, Mr. Drake.
Hello, Marjorie.
Meet Mr. Taylor.
The Mr. Todd Taylor?
Yes?
Glad to have you with us.
Thanks.
Give me a stack of blues for Mr. Taylor. Here you are, Todd. Now bet 'em liberal. You win more that way.
Keep going. Can't hold over the past 6. When you go. I'm not up tonight at all.
I'll be back in a minute.
There. How's that, huh?
Well, that's just fine, Todd, old boy, old boy. Hello?
Carleen, is your father in?
Well, I'm sorry he isn't in just now.
Well, when he comes in, you'll tell him that Mr. Donovan said he was right when he warned him many times about that fine jockey Todd Taylor. Do you know where he is this night?
Why, he's here, of course.
No, he's down here in Tom Drake's gambling joint, with a glass in one hand and a girl in the other, strutting around like a peacock.
Mr. Donovan, I'm sure you're mistaken.
Mistaken me eye. Carleen, he's turned out to be the sneaking little rat that I always said he was.
Todd? Todd?
Number 11 in the black.
Want another set?
No, gotta get some sleep. Big race tomorrow.
Oh, Mr. Taylor wants to settle up.
That was a stack of blues, wasn't it?
Yes.
That'll be $2,000.
What's the matter?
I haven't got that much.
Oh, he means he hasn't got it with him. Let him sign for it.
Yeah, I'll give you an IOU.
How about that, Mr. Drake?
Well, I think that can be arranged. Would you step in my office?
Ball is rolling.
Hey, what you think? Right over there.
Thank you, best gentlemen.
Sign this, please.
Sure. There.
Thank you.
Come on.
You're sure you have this much money in the bank?
What's that got to do with an IOU?
You signed this bank check.
Bank check? Why, I haven't any money in any bank.
I thought so. Trying to take me for $2,000, eh?
Oh, he didn't mean anything wrong.
You little crook.
Oh, cut the rough stuff.
Do you realize that giving a bad check is a penitentiary offense?
Oh, he's my friend. Give him a chance.
Yeah, I'll make good. I'll pay you back so much a week.
Nothing doing. I'll tell you what you can do to square this.
What?
You're riding the favorite in tomorrow's feature race. I'll tear this up if you lose.
Throw the race? You mean you want me to pull reckless?
Oh, Joe, go over to the station and get me a detective.
Don't be a fool. You don't want to go to jail.
Well, what is it?
All right. I'll do it.
If Reckless loses tomorrow, I'll tear up this check and forget all about it. But if he wins, I'll have a detective at the track to put the bracelets on you.
I get you.
See you at the track.
Good night, Todd.
Nice work, Marty.
Leave it out. You ought to give me $1,000 for this job.
$1,000? Oh, not that much. But I'll be big-hearted.
Big-hearted? You'll give me $1,000 or I'll scream.
Why, Colleen. Sure, what are you doing up so late?
Why nothing, Dad. I just wasn't sleepy.
Is anything wrong?
Of course not. Everything's all right.
Well, then, shorts in bed you should be.
Just one more paragraph.
Ah,
Good night, Dad.
good night, darling.
Mr. Donovan was right after all. And poor Dad depending on you. Drinking and dissipating. Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't tell him. It would hurt him too much.
Where you think you going with that horse, boy?
Oh, I was bringing him out for Todd Taylor to win the big race.
That horse ain't going to win no race. Not with Taylor up.
What does your bet?
Bets this diamond ring against them swell clothes you got on your foot.
You gotta be somebody to wear clothes like this. But I takes you.
You might as well hand 'em over now, boy, 'cause I've got something on your jacket.
You ain't got nothing but a lot of ignorance.
Has too. I've got internal inflammation.
Well, listen here, big boy. You's gonna have high blood pressure when this race is over.
Says you.
Hello, Ham.
Howdy, Mr. Taylor.
That's Taylor. Wearing number 4. I got you.
Oh, Todd. Todd! Sir, what's the matter with you? Is it half asleep here? Hey, Gary, you're the worst jockey. That's it?
Mr. Riley.
Well, as I was saying, you're the finest jockey a man ever had. Now, come on with you. Get up on that horse there.
Sure you won't be ha-ha-ha when the race is over and he comes in last.
First.
Last.
First.
Last.
First.
Last. Sure you're crazy to use that fella after I warned you.
Sure, ye warned me. What would I be caring about your knocking of a decent lad? Crook, he's a gentleman. Now remember my instructions, and I'm depending on you, me lad.
I know what I'm talking about. He sold you out the gamblers. Now he's going to throw the rest.
Take it back. Take back what you said again, my Todd.
That's the truth, Riley. He's made a fool of you.
Oh, he's making a fool of me, is
Yes.
he? Well, now watch what I'm going to make out of you
help
now.
yourself
Take
right
any
now.
part of
But
it. Come on, number 5. Get up on that line there. That's that number 2. Get up there.
Yes.
You look cool now, boy.
Now watch your boy throw the rest. That's the way out.
one you caught right in front of your very eyes. You lie. He's having a good grand finish. Come on, Reckless! Come on, Reckless! I never went wrong in a boy or a horse yet.
I'm digging the dog. Come on, wait. Come back here with that diamond ring. What do you think? You done lost, boy. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame?
Oh, yeah?
Just a minute, Todd. I told you you couldn't double-cross me and get away with it. All right, Doyle.
Coming quietly, kid.
All right.
Oh, Todd! Todd! What are you doing with me, boy?
He's under arrest.
Under arrest? And what for?
For giving a bad check. Is that any of your business?
Is that true?
Yes, sir.
What's your excuse?
I sneaked out last night and gambled and lost money I didn't have.
And you were going to keep yourself out of jail by throwing my race, eh?
Yes, sir.
And why didn't you?
Well, I just couldn't.
Let's go, Doyle.
One moment. Leave me see that bad check.
Pleasure.
On me own bank. It's a good check. Now.
Thanks.
Take your hands off me, boy, there.
Let's go, Doyle.
Yo. Sure, I'm warning you now for the 10th time, and that's the last. You're...
Will you give us a smile? Will you?
I'm trying, Todd. I'm trying to give you a smile.
Mr. Riley, 'tis the hand of friendship. Big golly, I take it as such. Hit me when we back is turned, would you? Sure, I'm not afraid. Come on, you bad rotten. Come on, you couldn't. Low, down low for you. That's what you've got. This never the day that you've seen in Ireland in all your life.